Okay, so today's video will be on equations with fractions. So our learning goal for today is that by the end of the lesson, you'll be able to solve linear equations that involve fractions. Okay, so just a bit of a reminder here. Remember when we write x over y, it's the same as writing x divided by y. So instead of writing, 5 divided by 3, you do 5 over 3. So that's just the way we write it in algebra. Okay, so to solve an equation that has a fraction on one side, all we do is we multiply both sides by the denominator to get rid of it. So in our example, we have x divided by 4 equals 12. So the inverse of dividing by 4 is multiplying by 4. So we're just going to multiply both sides by 4 because 4 is that denominator. So x divided by 4 times 4 is just going to equal x. And 12 times 4, what's that? 12, 24, 36, 48. It's 48. Simple as that. Okay, so I've got a few examples here that involve fractions. And we're going to solve these algebraically and get rid of those fractions. So our first one, A, we've got x divided by 4, take 3 equals 7. Okay, so we want to find out what x is equal to. Using our onion method, what happened to x? Well, it was divided by 4 and then 3 was subtracted. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is obviously add 3 because that's the inverse of subtracting 3. So it leaves us with x over 4 equals 10. And then to get rid of that 4, we do the inverse of dividing by 4, which is multiplying by 4. So x equals 10 times 4, 40. And that would be our solution. And as usual, we can put it back into our original to check that we are correct. So x we think equals 40. So 40 divided by 4, take 3 should equal 7. 40 divided by 4 is 10. Take 3 equals 7, and yes, it does. 10 take 3, 7. Good, so we know we're correct there. Clear that one, and we'll do B. So B has 2x divided by 3 plus 5 equals 7 again. So what's happened to our x? Well, it's multiplied by 2, then we had divided by 3, and then we added 5. So we're just going to peel our way through those layers of our onion to work out what our x equals. So the first thing we're going to do is the inverse of that outer layer, which is plus 5. The inverse of plus 5 is subtract 5. So 2x divided by 3 equals 7. Take 5 is going to leave us with 2. Now the next layer of our onion was that divide by 3. And the inverse of dividing by 3 is multiplying by 3. So 2x equals 2 times 3 is 6. And the last thing we're going to get rid of that is that last thing we're going to get rid of is that 2. X has been multiplied by 2. So the opposite of multiplying by 2 is dividing by 2. So we're going to divide both sides by 2. So x equals 6 divided by 2, which is 3. If we're wanting to check, I'll just clear the screen so I've got more space. We'll check. So x equals 3. So 2 times 3 divided by 3 plus 5 equals 7. So 6 divided by 3 plus 5 equals 7. 6 divided by 3 is 2 plus 5 equals 7. 2 plus 5, 7 equals 7. Yes, we're correct. Good. Okay, and our last one, we've got 2x plus 4 divided by 9 equals 2. Okay, so again, we're going to use our onion method. We had x, it was multiplied by 2, but this time we added the 4 first, and we know that because it is all written over that denominator of 9. If it was off to the side, we know it happened last, but because it's all written above the denominator of 9, it means that our numerator happened first and then our denominator. So we did the 2x plus the 4, and then we divided that whole thing by 9. So the first thing that we're going to do when we peel our onion is the inverse of dividing by 9, which is multiplying by 9. So it'll cancel out on this side and we'll just be left with 2x plus 4. 2 times 9 is 18. Our next step is getting rid of that plus 4 by doing the inverse, which is take 4. 2x plus 4 take 4 just leaves us with 2x. 18 take 4 will leave us with 14. And then we're doing the inverse of multiplying by 2. There's a lot of them that are like this, actually, which is dividing by 2. So x equals 14 divided by 2, which is 7. And again, check it, we've got the time, so we're going to substitute x equals 7 back into that original equation. So 2 times 7 plus 4 divided by 9 equals 2. So 14 plus 4 divided by 9 equals 2. 14 plus 4 leaves us 18 divided by 9 equals 2. 18 divided by 9 is 2. 2 equals 2. Yes, we are correct. So that's all we've got for solving equations with fractions. It's just a simple matter of doing the inverse, which is multiplying, and we always just multiply by whatever that denominator is.